Hello everybody. I cannot believe that it is the 2nd of September of 2021 and it has been months since I have taped a vlog or a podcast or anything of that nature. My name is Patty. I am coming to you from the extreme east coast of Canada in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. I am here with my rescue beagle Blue, who is snoring beside me in case you hear snoring. My boys are melodiously fighting amongst themselves upstairs. I have a 14, 12 and 9-year-old and a husband who's at work at the moment. We are enjoying the weather has certainly turned fallish here all of a sudden. We had some really hot and humid days last week, and now we're into more fallish weather, which I prefer. Jeans and sweater weather, totally my time of the year. I wanted to drop in and say hi and fill you in on a few of the happenings and what I've been working on here. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've touched base. I took some time off work this summer to spend with my family. I'm going back to work next week. And I thought this is a great time to maybe form a habit, see if I can get out a few more videos on a more regular basis so we can keep our fingers crossed. And I have a stack of things next to me to show you. So I'm going to get started on those. This is a video mainly about cross stitch, but I am going to start off with a bit of knitting and crocheting today. So the first item that I'm going to show you, I'm going to insert a prettier picture somewhere on this screen. I am working on the Captiva crop. This is by Murphy Made Crochet and is actually my first crocheted sweater. I'm really excited about it. I am going to show you, let's see. First I'm going to show you what I'm using to crochet. Oh, and there goes, I'll have to pick that up in a second. This is the beautiful colorway that I'm using. This is hand-dyed yarn from Elegantly Twisted Yarns, who is Andrea. This is her Murney sock yarn, which is a superwash merino, 85%, 15% nylon, fingering weight. And I have 3 of these beauties. That's what it looks like in the skein. And this is what it looks like when it is caked up. Really pretty. Hopefully the light is showing you that nicely. So as I mentioned, this is my first, I'm using a 2.5mm hook. The pattern calls for, I think it's a 3.5 or 3.75. I got as close as I could to gauge. I'm a really loose knitter and I'm a loose crocheter. So I usually need to go down a bit, and I did in this case. I'm just trying to see. This one called for a 3.5mm USE or 4 hook, and I'm using a 2.5mm. I'm not sure what letter that is, I'm afraid. So this is as far as I have gotten. I'll show you the right side. So I've got a lovely circle here. Hopefully you can see the fabric because this is crocheting up really, really pretty. I'm really excited about it. And now that I'm in the flow, I cast this on using a foundation crochet cast on, which I've never done before. And I think I've cast this on 12 times. And I was at my parents' at the time when I was casting this on. My mother kept saying, just give it up. There's no way I would spend that much time doing what you're doing. However, I think it's worth it in the end. This is the top here. We're moving into the pattern here. It is lovely. The learning curve has been high, but I think I've got it now. And like I said, it's my first crocheted sweater. Usually when I crochet, I'm quite familiar doing amigurumi, so sticking with 1 or 2 stitches at a time. This one has been challenging me because I'm using more stitches than I normally do, so I'm having to look them up, which is great because I wanted something that was a little bit more. It's not a complicated pattern if you're a regular crocheter. For me, because I tend to stick to the same stitches over and over, it's a little bit more of a stretch. Not too much, but enough to get my brain happy and active. So I really like that. Just a second. So my next item that I'm going to show you, I had to look it up. This is by Stephanie at All About Amy, and I'll put her information on the screen. This is her Willow Blanket. This is another crochet piece. I guess, in fact, I don't have any knitted objects to show you today, which is unusual. I do have some knitting on the go. I always do, but I wasn't working. It wasn't right to hand today, so I'm showing you crocheting instead. So in the summer, one must work on a blanket because that makes sense. So I'm using a Bernat Softy Chunky. This is in the Gray Heather colorway. That is really, yeah, this Bernat. If I remember, I'll insert a picture of another pattern that I finished a little while ago, a yellow one that turned out beautifully. And I liked it so much, and we're using it so much, I wanted to do another one though in a different pattern. So I am using a very large crochet hook. This is a, you know what? It's not marked. Oh yes, it is marked on here. No, it's not. What can I tell you? I think this is a 14, a 12, 16. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. I'll look up what that is. Anyway, this is the stitch that I'm doing. It's not a very wide blanket, but it is gonna sew. Oops. There we go. My mat is complaining back there. I can't remember what the name of the stitch is. It's not a very wide blanket. This one's much more of a lap blanket than the last one I did, but it is going to have a border, and I'm going to add quite a bit of border because I want this to be a bit wider than it is right now. But doesn't that look great? This colorway, because the last yarn I used was exactly the same as the Bernat Softy, was much softer in feeling than this one is. So I'm hoping once I put it in with a non-rinse soap in the washer that this is going to soften up a bit. It's not that it isn't soft. It's softening up as I work with it, but it's certainly not as really creamy soft, if I can say that about yarn, as the last colorway, which was a mustard yellow that I used. I don't think that's the real name, but that's the color it was. So on to cross stitching. In the summer months, I tend to, in case you haven't figured that out, I tend to do mostly crochet and cross stitch. Cross stitch all year long, crochet mainly summer. Depends what I'm doing. I mean, I love to create, so it kind of depends what I'm in the mood for. And I'm extremely fickle. I am not a monogamous crafter. I apologize if that bothers you. Maybe this isn't the video for you, or the channel for you, but I hope that you'll stay and enjoy what I'm showing you today regardless. So let's get into some cross stitch. So I'm going to start with what I'm working on. I am going to show you what my projects are in. So this is an Ever Tote. Hi Caroline. This is an Ever Tote bag that I'm working on, and I'm working on book number 193 from the Prairie Schooler, which is Where There Are Bees. Yes, I am still working on this, and that is because I'm not monogamous and the lure of something else came along and I started working on something else. I apologize for the wrinkles. This is not flat by any stretch. I'm doing this on, I'll see if I can see what, I think it's a 28 count linen by the look of it. And I am substituting Leo and Roxy floss, which is Caroline at Ever Tote. Leo and Roxy are the thread dyers, and this is sold exclusively through Ever Tote. And I don't have the name of the linen. So, but I am doing substitutions. So for mine, I am using Plum Shadow. I'll put these all together because they're going to be hard to see. Bebe. Haystack, which is no longer attached. I'm sorry for what I am doing to this floss, which is horrendous. And the other one is this gorgeous blue, and I am not finding, oh no. This is actually a Voldani, and it's a Summer Sky. That's the only non-Leo or Roxy. So those are the colors that I am using with this pattern that I cannot wait to get framed. I will get that one likely professionally framed. I'm thinking right now anyway. So that's that one, which I have all of my pieces I've been thoroughly enjoying. We had a couple weeks during the summer when we were away, and I got to, they were really hot days. So I found that I didn't want to have as much fabric because I stitch in hand, and I didn't want to have as much fabric rolled in my hand as the linen offered because my hand was too sweaty. So then I switched over to these ones, and I'm just going to show you. This is a beautiful vinyl front project bag from Stitch Toolbox on Etsy. I'll put Anna's information. Hi, Anna. I'll put Anna's information on the screen as well. One of my other favorite bag makers. And I've got 2 projects in here. I have 2, but I'm only going to show you one of them. One of them's a secret stitching. So this one, I can't, let me see, is this pattern. I am substituting I'm using 28T and Coffee Dyed Monaco and DMC. And this is from Blackbird Designs, Summer's Last Rose book. I love just about everything in here and may stitch it all eventually. There, let's put that back in there so I don't lose it. Now, let's see. I want to show you, oh, and it's crumpled too. So I managed to I've gotten as far as, I just need to finish off the house. So the flower, all the detailing on this side and my initials and such are all finished in the year. So I just need to finish that pretty house. So that'll be some good TV stitching sometime in the next, maybe I'll try and get that done soon and give another report. That'd be nice, eh? Okay, next I want to show you a little bit of haul. Like I said, I'm not a monogamous crafter, and that's not everything I've been working on this summer, but I wanted to give you a taste of what I've been working on this summer. We've also been doing some projects around the house. We've been enjoying our leisure travel van RV, and just enjoying the boys. So I was really lucky to get some time off work this summer and enjoy time with the boys, because I think that's important, and so glad we're able to do that. So without further ado, let's look at some haul. So I have another beautiful vinyl bag from Anna at Stitch Toolbox on Etsy. Look at this fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so fallish, I had to get it. And Anna always puts in a nice little note and some tea. And there's something else in here too. What's this? Oh, right, and a needle minder. This one's kind of hard to see this, but let me take it out. She always includes a needle minder. I think with her bags, don't quote me on that, because sometimes I get Anna's, she does a bag of the month, and those always have needle minders in them, so I'm not sure that the bags always do. Isn't that cute? A little maple leaf to go with the theme here of the fall. And also from Anna, we, or at least I here in Canada, cannot get the Primitive Needle and Country, or Punch Needle and Primitive Needle magazine very easily. It's not, to the best of my knowledge, available subscription in hard copy in Canada, only in the US. Please, if I've got that wrong, let me know. But regardless, I get mine from Anna at Stitch Toolbox. And this is the Summer 2021 issue. I love bees, and there's a bee one, and here's a punch needle one. I punch needle as well, so there are some gorgeous, gorgeous patterns in here. Absolutely stunning. So I'm looking forward to breaking into that. I haven't, I've collected these for the past couple of weeks, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time to delve into them and decide what I want to start on. So next, I thought it'd be fun, because I'm going to show you sampler, hashtag MFE Sampler September 2021. I'll put that hashtag in on the screen. Started yesterday, September 1st. I'm going to show you my kit, but I thought it'd be kind of cute to show you a little bit of an unboxing from, so if you get or make an order from Caroline at Ever Tote, I thought it'd be cute to show you an unboxing of what one of her packages comes. It looks like when it arrives. So it comes in an envelope, addressed padded envelope. There, it's always neatly wrapped in tissue paper with a ribbon. This one happens to say Happy Halloween. So, take that ribbon off. Open up the... Now, there's floss in here. Oh, it's dropping. So this is the Halloween kit from Ever Tote. It has, let me show it to you in a bit more detail. So it's got this is medium, I believe it's a medium flat for cross stitching. Hold it back here in case I'm holding that too close. And I'll show you the interior fabric is so cute. It's all bats. I love these black cats. I love black cats. I don't know why I don't have black cats. I love black cats. There's a matching notions pouch. It matches the beautiful fabric on the bottom. And then this particular one came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and came with enough. I'm going to put this in front of this one. So it's Vampish over here, 2 Vampish, an Amethyst, Haystack, and a Sage. And these are to go with Park Hopper, Bart's Halloween cross-stitch pattern. It was a collaboration that he did with Caroline. And I'm going to put that screenshot of that in as well. And it's just a gorgeous pattern. And that is something I'm hoping to start over the next few weeks because it's beautiful. I have everything. Well, I substitute a lot. We're here in a province where we don't have a local needlework store. Everything we get is online. And so I will be substituting, I would imagine. But I have the fabric I think that I need to start on that. So the other thing that I wanted to show you was the kit that I got for the Modern Folk Embroidery stitch along that's happening with Caroline and Jacob over at Modern Folk Embroidery and Caroline from Ever Tote. I had ordered a kit. This is the bag, medium flat, that I got. Apparently the bags, it was a surprise in terms of what bag you got, so I get the one with the scissors, which I love. You know what, I haven't even opened this yet. And it's a nice white, plain white interior. Fabric, which is also Leo and Roxy dyed. This is called Back in the Saddle. It's a 28 count linen. Let's see that. Really pretty. 28 and 14 count being my preference. Then we have the colors plus, can you see that needle minder? I almost died. Isn't that gorgeous? Hi, Jacob! Jacob immortalized in a needle minder. It's awesome. So these are the colors that go with the pattern. And without further ado, here is the stunning sampler that we're working on in September. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, do I hope to finish this? Of course I do. Of course I hope to finish this. The likelihood of me finishing is slim because, as I mentioned, I am not a monogamous stitcher. But I wanted to show you this before I even put in one stitch, see how much progress I can make between now and the next time we talk. It's just beautiful. Mary Harry 1808. And in true Jacob style, it has information on the sampler inside. It has a short biography of the chart, of the original sampler, and then information about the chart. There's a couple of specialty stitches. Those are clearly identified and described inside. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a start. I have so many things to share with you as what's happened over the past few months that I don't know where to start. So I think for now, I'm going to leave it there. I'm hoping, my plan is to get back to you again very shortly and try and do these. I always say I'm going to try and do this regularly. Let's see if I can make that happen, regardless of when I'm back. It has been great to talk to you. I really love videoing these conversations. It's not a vlog or a podcast. It's a conversation I feel that I'm having with a group of friends, and I really enjoy doing them. So I hope wherever you are, you're safe. I know that the world is wild and wonderful and not always wonderful right now. So I hope wherever you are, you're safe, you're healthy. I hope you and yours are okay. And I hope that you get some time in your busy schedule to do some crafting of choice, whatever that may be, over the course of your day or week or month. Take care. Bye.